Hello, boys and girls. How are you today? This is Miss Dowdy, the new media specialist. Yes, of course, you remember me from fifth grade, correct? Yes, but now I am in the media center with all of the lovely books of the world. So, we did orientation one on yesterday. We're going to jump right into orientation two. The orientations are just to familiarize you with the Media Center. So I'm going to share my screen and we're going to jump right to it. Welcome to the Media Center. Well, first of all, let's review. There are specific parts of a book. We have to keep in mind the front cover of the book that has the title and the author. And there's also the spine of the book. The spine has the title and the author as well. And you have the back cover of the book, which will have a summary and a brief picture. And you will have the title page of the book that's on the inside with the title and author as well. Now, book manners, boys and girls, is just how you take care of a book. Remember, there are some things you must not do around a book. Make sure you don't eat or drink around a book. Make sure you wash your hands before you touch a book. Make sure you use a bookmark. That's very important. And always put books back on the shelf in their proper places. Next, I would like to discuss some key rules to being successful in the library. Just like your classroom, you have rules. In the gym, you have rules. On the playground, you have rules. There are going to be some rules for you to be successful in the library. Rule number one, quiet feet and inside voice. Please make sure we're good and quiet when you come into the Media Center, boys and girls, because we're sharing the Media Center with the entire school. Next, be a good listener. Very important that you're listening to all the interesting things that your friends and that the teachers want to share in the Media Center. Next, respect others and use manners. You see this young lady raising her hand? It's very important to make sure you're raising your hand. And next, this one is very important, and we're going to practice this when you come in. Use shelf markers when you're checking out books and return your books on time. That's very important, boys and girls. And always ask good questions to me or to the other teacher, Miss Amy. Make sure you're asking good questions if you have something that you need to find out about the library. Next, check out rules by grade level. Guess what, boys and girls? You're getting older, so you're allowed to get two books, one fiction and one nonfiction. But please make sure you return those books so that you can check out books again. We're also going to go over the sections of the library. You have four main sections of the library, and we're going to discuss them in detail. You have the everybody section, the nonfiction section, the fiction section, and the biography section. Let's begin with the everybody section. This is one of my favorite sections. The everybody section is a section that's full of picture books. There's also made up stories in the everybody section, and they're sorted by the author's last name. Now, everybody means that everybody can enjoy them. Although they're full of pictures books, guess what, boys and girls? And it's easier for the little students or the smaller students to read them. But guess what? You can always enjoy a good everybody book. On the spine of the book, you will see the letter E. E represents everybody. And then you'll also see the author's last name, the first three letters of the author's last name on the everybody's spine. Next, you have the nonfiction section. The nonfiction section are books about real things. They're also sorted by numbers, and this number is actually on the spine of the book, but you will see it's the Dewey Decimal number. Why Dewey Decimal? Because you'll see the decimal in the number. Also, with a nonfiction book, they use words and pictures And they have words and pictures on them with labels to help you. And also, they're sorted by category. So if you are looking for a book about, say, animals, you can go to the dog section. You can go to the big cat section. You can go to the little cat section. There's a lot of categories in the nonfiction section that you can zone right into a specific type of nonfiction book that you're looking for. Next, you have the fiction section. The fiction section, boys and girls, is full of chapter books. This is also another one of my favorite sections because they're made up stories and they're sorted by the author's last name as well. Now, in the fiction section on the spine of the chapter book, you will see FIC. FIC stands for fiction. And you'll see the author's, the first three letters of the author's last name. Now, the interesting thing about the fiction section is that they are in categories of their genre. So you will see if you love humorous books, all the humorous books will have a sticker on it, a specific sticker on it, and it'll be in the humorous section. If you love scary stories, you'll see the scary story sticker, and it'll be in that scary story section. If you love books about animals, then it'll have the animal sticker on it in the animal section. You also have realistic fiction, historical fiction, and adventure. And the biography section. This section has books about real people. So bio means life. So you will see the books are written about people's real lives. Here you'll see Dr. King. This book is written about Dr. King. And on the spine, you'll see the letter B. B stands for biography. And KIN stands for King. And they're also in categories, boys and girls. So if you love, say, soccer, you can find a book about a famous soccer player. If you love inventions, you could find a book about someone that invented something really cool. So you'll have to check out the biography section, boys and girls. Now, let's practice. I have 4 books here. Let's see. Can you tell me what section these books are located in? Let's start with the first one. It's a fruit, it's a vegetable, and it's a pumpkin. Well, let's think. Is it real or is it fake? Yes, boys and girls, it's real. So if it's real, we know it's either nonfiction or biography. Well, nonfiction is about real things. Biography is about someone's life. So guess what, boys and girls? You're correct. The first one is a nonfiction book. Well, let's look at Clemente. Where do you think this book is located, boys and girls? First, ask yourself, is it real or is it fake? Guess what, boys and girls? You're correct. It's a real person. Roberto Clemente is a real person. Well, is it nonfiction, just about true facts, or is it about someone's life? Good job, boys and girls. Clemente is a biography about Roberto Clemente. Okay, moving on. Book number 3, Dog Man, one of your favorite books. Dog Man, we know it's a chapter book, so let's think. Is it something real or is it something fake? We know it's fake. So it's a chapter book or it's an everybody book? We know it's a chapter book, so guess what, boys and girls? It has to be fiction. Good job. And the last one, authors, Halloween. Is it real or is it fake? Well, we know that it's a made-up story, so it's fake. So is it a chapter book or is it an everybody book full of pictures? Good job, boys and girls. It's an everybody book full of pictures. So remember, the more you're in the library, the more you'll familiarize yourself with the sections because you know that you have the everybody section, the nonfiction section, the fiction section, along with the biography section. Now I'm going to read just a bit of one of my favorite books, Scary, Scary Halloween by Eve Bunting. Now, some things that I want you to think about while you're reading is, what do you see when you go out on Halloween? Are you going to do something special on Halloween this year, boys and girls? I know the COVID is a bit different now. So I know Halloween may look a little different, but it's always a good time to spend some fun time with your friends and families. And if you have an extra moment, boys and girls, please check out the Just Dance video. I actually chose two here that are my favorites. Who you're gonna call Ghostbusters or Calling All the Monsters. So I am going to read a little bit of my book. All right, boys and girls. Scary, Scary Halloween, Eve Bunting and the pictures by Jan Brett. Now remember, boys and girls, remember, boys and girls, the parts of a book. You have the front cover. You also have the spine of the book, and you also have the back cover. Now, when you open the book, you will see the title page. There we are. Just takes a minute. All right, so Scary, Scary Halloween by Eve Bunting. And I'll read just a bit and I'll finish it the next lesson. This is my title page, boys and girls, and you'll see the publisher and the where the publisher is located. I peer outside. There's something there that makes me shiver and spikes my hair. It must be Halloween. Do you see the eyes, boys and girls? A skeleton with bones so white they gleam and glimmer in the night has come for Halloween. A ghost goes trailing, drifting by with sunken mouth and sunken eyes. Ghost rise on Halloween. Little ones, stay safe inside. It's best to stay at home and hide on hallowed Halloween. Do you see the eyes? A vampire and a werewolf prowl. One growls a growl and one howls a howl in praise of Halloween. Two witches grinning witchy grins have pointy hats and pointy chins. They're here for Halloween. Cover your eyes and cover your ears. The nightmares walk the streets of fear on dreaded Halloween. Now we're going to stop here, boys and girls, and I will finish it up on our next lesson. Oh, I can't wait to see what's going to happen. All right, boys and girls, this is Orientation 2, and I'll see you back on tomorrow for Orientation 3. Bye-bye.